number 3, and so on. Why? It's because I found something or some students who are cheating in terms of problem set. So I decided to not implement the said assessment, no? Hindi sa inyo on other programs na handle natin. So ayun, nakakalungkot. Talagang alam niyo yun. Kaya gusto ko online, I mean, gusto ko ng face-to-face assessments dahil sa ganong situation. Ano pa ba? Babawi na lang natin yan through quizzes and exams. So, dapat yung mga nakukuha natin ay somehow maayos naman yung resulta. And then, for those students who failed to take previous quizzes, okay, at the end of the semester, I will give you the replacement. So, hindi muna ngayon. Okay? Let us see what will be the accumulated grade based on your submitted tasks. Pag may mga kulang, doon natin ibibigay yung mga replacement. Okay? Yan yung mga sinasabi ni Baltasar kahapon or last time sa mga students na hindi pa nakakapagpasa. I mean, nakapag-take ng quiz. Ganun yung magiging take natin. And then, may 1 month na lang tayo under this period. So, the final examination will be on May 23 to May 29. Kung di ako nagkakamali. So, meron pa tayo mga 5 meetings or 4 meetings. Depende kung may mga suspension or walang pasok. So, 4 to 5 meetings. Okay. And those meetings are online. Kukunin ko yung isa doon, face-to-face. No? That will be your quiz number 3. So, isang quiz na lang tayo. Last. Yeah, isang quiz na lang. And then, under 4 meetings, isa doon kukunin ko for face-to-face. Then, the rest, all lectures, regular classes will be held as online. Okay? Ayun. May mga tanong po kayo. Sa subject lang natin hindi po baka isipin nyo sa pangkalahatan to ng tinit sa akin. Yes po, Lord. June, sorry. Opo. Kasi, ayun nga, guys, sabi ko isang buwan na lang. Ayun nga, June. Na-typo lang, sorry naman. Typo. Okay, meron pa pong tanong. Wala ng tanong. Ano tayo dyan? 39. So, kulang pa tayo. Ang dami pang wala. Meron akong tracker dyan. So, na-detect natin kung sino yung late, sino yung huli na pumasok, hindi pumasok, maagang pumasok. Pa-chat na lang yung mga iba. Wala pa. Hanggang 12:30 lang naman tayo. Okay, let's start. Share ako. Mag-share ako. Is my screen already sharing? Yes, thanks. Okay. So let's have our next lesson in engineering data analysis. This is the extension of inferential statistics. So far, we're done recognizing and then determining how to formulate hypothesis, di ba? Null and alternative. Okay. And then we also tackled about the errors, types of errors, and then how to determine as well if you will reject or not to reject the null hypothesis, no? Using several concepts, no? Those are p-values, calculating the mean, sample mean, standard deviation, the degrees of freedom, using the t-distribution, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, let us try to connect those information to this lesson. We have the concept of correlation and regression. Okay. So, let us first define what correlation is. Jot down po kayo ha. Okay. So, when you say correlation, okay, from its word, correlate, or dun sa term na relate, no? We are trying to determine the strong, or I mean the strength rather, no? We are trying to determine the strength of the relationship between two or more variables. So in correlation, this is one of the statistical technique that you can utilize, especially when you are conducting quantitative research, no, in your thesis eventually. It is used to describe and measure the relationship of two or more variables. So let's say you have set of datas, we will call them as x's, x apostrophe s, no? So we have lots of x's, and then of course if you have x's, you will also receive y's, diba? So pag meron kang x sub 10 x's, you will also have y sub 10 y's. So 1:1 yun. So pag meron kang x and y, probably you can illustrate that into Cartesian plane, just like what you're seeing on the screen. So the red dots corresponds to each plot. Okay, so let's say this portion will be your x1 comma y1, and then this portion is your x sub 2 comma y2, and then blah 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 until you reach the last portion. At this specific illustration, we have x sub 6 comma y sub 6, no? In general, you can achieve until x sub n comma y sub n. Okay. Now, we have diverse points, meaning iba-ibang behavior. So we want to determine the best line that will fit under those scattered points, no? So that best line will represent your what you call the linear regression. Okay. That fitted line is what you call the linear regression. Okay. It will represent your data. Okay. It will represent your given data. At the same time, siya yung magsaserve as your model, no? So, yun yung model, no? Okay. Now, we have two directions under the correlation, the positive and then the negative relationship. So, when we say positive, it indicates that there is a direct relationship. So when you say direct, If you have two variables directly proportional, ano ibig sabihin nun, class? Pag tumataas yung isa, definitely yung isa tataas din. Okay? Kung yung isa naman bababa, yung isang variable bababa din. Okay? They are directly, ibig sabihin in mathematical context. No? So, as you can see dito sa illustration natin, the line is diagonally going to northeast or southwest. So meaning, yung slope niya positive. Na pag positive yung slope, directly proportional yun, ha? So pag halimbawa, kukunin mo yung derivative ng isang ng function na increasing siya, so nakukuha natin yung derivative is positive because the slope is also positive. Now, on the other hand, yung negative relationship, madali lang naman siyang i-absorb. Ito yung tinatawag din nating inversely proportional. No? Inversely proportional meaning the other variable will, the given variable is increasing and then the other variable decreasing and vice versa. Yun yung mga instances natin pag inversely. Okay, halimbawa, supply and demand. Pag tumataas yung supply, bababa yung demand. Okay? Or vice versa din. Another, kapag yung bridge, halimbawa yung bridge, pag mas madami yung tao doon or yung amount of vehicle doon sa mismong bridge, bumababa yung resistance. Pag mas kaunti lang yun nandoon sa mismong tulay, mataas yung resistance niya. Okay? Inversely proportional yon. Okay? What else? Computer memory, di ba? So pag mas marami kang nilagay na files, mas bumababa yung memory. Pag mas kaunti yung files, mas mataas yung memory niya. Okay? What else? No? About sa mga negative. Pag mas marami kang absences, mas bababa yung grades mo. Diba? May relationship yung dalawang yun, yung number of absences and then academic performance natin. Dun sa direct relationship or positive relationship, ano naman kaya yung mga pwede natin gawing example doon para tayo nakapagbigay doon? No? Pag mas masipag ka, ano ang mangyayari? Mas magiging successful ka, ganun ba yun? Ano pa yung mga positive relationship natin dyan? The more you run, the more distance that you run, the more calories na possible na ma-burn. No? Pwede yun. Pag mas marami kang pinapasok or mas marami kang ini-extend dun sa trabaho mo, probably mas marami yung earnings na makukuha natin dun sa salary natin, yung mga bonus, diba? So, ganun. Can you provide at least one example dito sa dalawang instances natin, positive relationship and then the negative relationship? Sino pwede magbigay? The more followers you get, the more revenue. Pwede. Ito ba tinutukoy mo sa sa mga pagiging content creator or yung mga pagbablog, no? Sa mga platforms natin. Yes, those are directly proportional. Negative. Sa'yo, negative naman. Very good, Legaspi, no? Pag mas marami or mas matagal yung discussion mo, mas bumababa yung attention ng mga students or ng mga listeners. Diba? Pansinin nyo, 2 hours lang ako mag-lecture. Kasi pag ginakomodate yung buong 3 hours, nakakaburi yung kahit ako, mabuburi ako nun. Panghihinaan tayong lahat. So yun yung mga examples in real life ng positive and negative relationship. And then how to determine the strength of relationship? No, we have several intervals. If the relationship is the relationship can be denoted as small letter R, okay, R. So if the relationship has a negative values, meaning inversely. Pag positive, directly. Okay? Ang relationship pwede maging zero, flat zero. Pag flat zero siya, walang relasyon. Yung bagay-bagay. Halimbawa, we have two variables. Yung, ano ba, pagkakaroon ng pimples, halimbawa, sa salary or sa income. So, tingin nyo ba merong direct or inverse relationship ang pagkakaroon ng pimple sa pag-gain ng income sa respective jobs natin? Probably meron. Okay. Pero kung gagamit natin yung common sense, parang wala naman, 'di ba? Pero mainam pa rin na i-test mo, no? Para malaman mo, maka-assure tayo na wala talaga silang relationship, no? Ano relationship ng dami ng pag-aalaga ng pagong sa pagsusuot ng uniforme, no? Papuntang eskwelahan. Pag mas marami ka bang pagong sa bahay ninyo, mas magkakaroon ka ba ng maraming uniform or mas bababa ba yung uniform mo sa school? So, kung gagamitin mo yung common sense, wala naman silang relationship, no? But you can also try to execute the concept of correlation for you to determine kung may relationship ba talaga or wala. So, yung mga ganong instances, pwede mo sabihin, zero yung R natin. Okay? So, pag negative, maraming nalilito dito. Minsan may mga tao or mga students na nakakuha ng negative R, iniisip nila wala ng relationship. Okay? So, ang range nito from negative 1 to positive 1. From negative 1 to positive 1. Tatandaan nyo po, para siyang range ng sine and cosine curve. From negative 1 to positive 1. Okay? So, nakikita naman natin dito yung mga interpretation. Okay? Pag mas malapit ka sa 1, positive 1, you are having strong positive correlation. If you're exactly positive 1, you are perfect positive correlation. Meaning, flawless yung graph mo. Kung baga sa isang Cartesian plane, let's say, ito yung mga plots natin. Okay? Walang mintis. Pag tinrace mo yan, lahat ng mga points na yan, collinear. No? Magmi-meet sila sa iisang straight path. Perfect, walang mintis kahit isa. Okay? Walang error. Ganun naman, pag negative 1, pag ganito naman yung mga behavior ng points natin. Okay? So, assuming na yan po ay collinear, meaning ng collinear, they are lying on a straight path. Do you have any questions so far sa positive and negative relationship? Any questions? Are we good? Kaya nga, it depends nga. Kaya kung gusto mo makasigurado, mag-test ka. You have to implement hypothesis testing. Kung gagamitin mo nga yung common sense mo na kaya mong mahirapan, so pwede mo sabihin na no relationship yun. Pero hindi ka sigurado doon. The more you sleep, the less. Ganun ba yun? Pag mas marami kang hours of sleep, mas mapapagod ka. Yan, di ako sigurado doon, kaya mag-execute ako ng hypothesis testing. Ayan, ito yung illustration natin in terms of Cartesian plane, no? Yung scatteredness ng mga plots po natin. So as you can see dito sa strong positive correlation, somehow yung mga points natin nagmi-meet or naglalay sila doon sa straight line, pero may mga mangilan-ngilan na wala doon sa mismong straight path. kung wala man sila, maliit lang yung error or maliit lang yung distance nila away from the line. Okay? There's a weak positive correlation, as you can see, medyo kalat-kalat talaga yung mga points, pero nandun pa rin yung thought na nakikita mong nagbe-behave sila into increasing manner. No? Meaning, pag umaangat yung X, umaangat din si Y. And then, same reasoning from strong negative and weak negative. Okay? So, yung no correlation, makikita nyo dito sa portion na to, wala kang ma-visualize na straight path. Either positive slope or negative slope. Diba? So, para silang mga bituin sa langit na sobrang kalat-kalat. And then, we have the regression. So, under the regression, classmates, we have two types. These are the Pearson R and then Spearman's O. Sa regression natin, ang pinagkaiba sa correlation, si regression, it tells you how much will be the increase of a variable if the other variable varies. Halimbawa, yung X ko umangat, gaano kataas yung pag-angat ng corresponding value ni Y? Or gaano kababa yung paggalaw niya? And vice versa. Okay? So, it tells you how much will be the increase or decrease if the other variable varies. Pag sinabing varies, nagbabago. Okay? So, sa regression, dinedetermine din natin dito, ang keyword dito is prediction. Okay? Sa correlation, wala tayong prediction. Sa regression, meron. Okay? Correlation, ginagamit lang siya to determine the strength of relationship. No? Kung mahina ba yung relationship or malakas or walang relationship. Okay? Regression, kinukuha natin yung keyword na how much or yung another keyword na predicting. Okay? And then of course, if you are trying to predict, you have independent and then dependent variable. Independent pertains to X, dependent variable corresponds to Y. Okay? Now, gaya ng sabi ko kanina, we have two types, the Pearson R and then the Spearman's O. Pag Pearson R, dapat ang variable mo continuous. Okay? Either interval or ratio level. Okay? Interval or ratio level. And then the Pearson R is parametric. When you say parametric, yung data points natin behaves a normal distribution. Okay? Yung data points dapat approximately or exactly normally distributed. Yun yung parametric. And the formula is this one. R equals the summation of the product of the difference of X sub I and X bar, Y sub I and Y bar, all over square root of the summation of the product of X sub I minus X bar square and Y sub I minus Y sub bar, Y sub I minus Y bar square. So, ano ibig sabihin yan? Yung X sub I, ito yung mga data points natin kay independent variable. X bar is yung average ng entire values ni X. Y sub I, yung mga data points natin under variable Y. Y bar, yung average po ni Y. And then summation is the sum. Kunin mo lang yung sum ng mga na-generate na points natin or values. So, whatever the result, bibigyan ka niyan nung values from negative 1 to positive 1. So, again, pag negative, yung nakuha mo kay R, meaning inverse. Pag positive, directly. Okay? And then, pag Spearman's Law, it is used when one or both variables are in ordinal scaling. Okay? It is used when one or both variables are in ordinal scaling. This is the counterpart of Pearson's R. Meaning, non-parametric. Kapag ang data points mo, hindi niya sinusunod yung pagka-normal distribution, ang tawag doon is non-parametric. So, pag na-determine mo na non-parametric siya, that's the hint to use the Spearman's law. Okay? Both of them are the tools for us to measure the strength of relationship. Okay? Yung dalawang yan, gagamitin mo para malaman mo kung may relasyon ba yung dalawang variable or wala. Pero ang pagkakaiba nila, pag Pearson R, parametric. Spearman's law, non-parametric. Okay? And then this is the formula. Rho, this is rho. Basa dyan is rho. R-H-O, hindi yan P ha. Rho equals 1 minus 6 summation of d sub I square all over n times n square minus 1. D refers to difference. Okay, later discuss natin yan on how to compute. N, it tells you the number of respondents. Okay. The number of sample. And then, meron din silang kanya-kanyang t-statistic. Pag Pearson R, ang t-statistic niya is R times square root of n minus 2 over square root of 1 minus R square. Ang degrees of freedom is capital N minus 2. Okay? At this time, the degrees of freedom has a formula of capital N minus 2. Last time, we used N minus 1. For some reason, okay, of course, the reason behind that is very sophisticated. It's not the scope of your course, no? Kung bakit N minus 2 to yung sa N minus 1. Next po, pag Spearman's law, they have identical formula but the notation or one of the symbol is differ. We use rho instead of R. Ganun lang kasimple, no? Spearman's law use the rho symbol. Pag Pearson R, use the R symbol. So, rho times square root of n minus 2 over square root of 1 minus rho square. And the degrees of freedom is also n minus 2. Okay, paki-screenshot po ito. We will use this later. Pasok ba? Pagod na din paggising, no? Huwag ka lang gumising. Lagi naman para tayo pagod eh. Joke lang. Let's have an example. Let us use Pearson's R. In a certain type of metal test specimen, the normal stress on a specimen is known to be functionally related to the shear resistance. The following is a set of coded experimental data on the two variables. Okay? So these are the data. Normal stress represents X. Shear resistance represents Y. Yung normal stress, ito yung normal force. Pag sinabi mong normal sa context ng math, hindi siya yung normal dito sa context na ito sorry. Hindi siya yung normal o yung usual. Sinabi mong normal, perpendicular. Okay? Sabihin, 90 degrees. Halimbawa, ito yung bakal, no? Meron akong hawak na bakal ngayon. Gusto kong ma-determine yung shear resistance. Pag ako ay nag-exert ng force normally, meaning yung force na panggagalingan ay 90 degrees or parallel, 90 degrees or perpendicular doon sa object. No, let's say ito yung object, ito yung force na panggagalingan. Ganito. No? So pag perpendicular siya dyan, 90 degrees, di ba? Okay. Degrees parang right angle, no? Or right triangle. So pag ako humataw ako ng ganito, at ito ay bumalik ko, meaning mababa yung kanyang shear resistance. Or kung hindi man siya nag-deform, meaning mataas yung kanyang shear resistance. So, yun yung term na ginagamit natin para malaman natin yung strength of metal. Okay? So, we have the following values. Just like what we've said earlier, the data should be continuous. So, expect na may mga decimals tayo. So, let's say 26.8, 25.4, and so on and so forth. Okay? And then, ganun din sa shear resistance. 26.5, 27.3, and then etc. Ngayon, gusto nating malaman kung eto ba, yung dalawang variable na to ay may relationship sa isa't isa. Meaning, kung directly ba sila or inversely. So, let us check. Okay? Meron akong hinanda ditong Excel. Okay, I have an Excel file. So, ito yung mga data natin dito sa part na to ng column A up to column B. So, as you can see, identical naman yan dun sa mga nakuha natin sa PowerPoint slide natin. So, let us check the PowerPoint, 26.8, 25.4, 28.9. So, ganun din dito. 26.8, 25.4, 28.9, and so on. Okay? Hinapi-paste ko lang naman yan. Okay? Now, let us check the value of Pearson R. Okay? Okay. Let us start sa third column, which is C. We have X sub I minus X bar. Dito naman sa column D, Y sub I minus Y bar. Bakit ako nagkaroon ng ganyang column header? Kasi, based sa formula natin, this is the entire formula for Pearson. Under the numerator, we have a term X sub I minus X bar, Y sub I minus Y bar. Dapat maglagay din ako ng ganun. Okay? And then, as you can see, dito sa entire formula ni Pearson R, we also have X sub I minus X bar square, Y sub I minus Y bar square. Kaya naglagay din ako ng ganong column header. Okay? Ngayon, bakit ako meron ganito? X sub I minus X bar times Y sub I minus Y bar. Kasi kung i-check natin, yung buong numerator ay nagko-contain ng ganong term. Okay? And then, wala na. Wala na pong iba. So, kung ano lang po yung mga involved na terms, yun lang po yung gagawin natin as column header para maging guide natin. So, let us start dito sa third column. X sub I minus X bar. So, hit equal, then X sub I or the X sub 1 represents 26.8, which represents your A3, minus 26.5, which is yung B3. And then, hit enter, you will receive 0.3. I'm sorry, Y pala yan. Wala pala tayong X bar. Okay? Kunin mo natin si X bar. Si X bar ay nandito. Para makuha yung X bar, sorry na mali ako. Kunin mo natin yung average. So, hit equal average. Average to determine the mean. Open parenthesis. Then start tayo from A3 up to A14. Close parenthesis, enter. Yun, 25.96 bar or 25.96666. Pag sinabing 96 bar, yung 6 repeating. Next, Y bar, hit equal sign, then average. Kunin mo naman yung range from B3 to B14. Then close parenthesis. So that's it, 24.77 or 24.76 bar. Okay, gamitin natin to. Yung value ni X bar, gagamitin natin to compute the values under this column. So, x sub I, 26.8 minus I3. Is that I3? I4, sorry. I4. Okay? Then, enter. Next. Para hindi tayo mahirapan, ida-drag na lang natin instead na manual insert tayo ng formula, no? So, drag natin, Control D. Or pwedeng copy, paste. Control C, then Control V. Pwedeng Control D. Pero, as you can see, tignan nyo dito, ang formula is A3 minus I4. Pagdating dito, yung second entry natin, which is A4, minus, at this time, naging I5, bumaba. Dito naman, A5 minus I6. So, nag-a-align siya, bumababa siya. Ngayon, ang kailangan natin, i-lock. Ilalock natin. Para lahat ng entries under first column, babawas natin doon sa may X bar na nakuha. So, ang gagawin nyo, para ma-lock yun, kasi gumagalaw siya lalagyan nyo dito ng $sign, no? A3 minus I$4 para ma-lock. So, pag ito, kinontrol D ko, nasusundan niya na kung ano po yung dapat na tamaan na cell. 23.6 minus X bar, 27.7 minus X bar, 23.9 minus X bar. Next, YI minus Y bar. So, same process. 26.5 minus. Dito naman tayo sa Y bar. Okay? And then, use $sign between J and 4 para ma-lock po. Then, Control D. Okay? Next. This column, may tanong kayo bago tayo mag-proceed. Nasundan po ba? Any questions po? Pwede kayong gumamit ng Excel, no? Or yung calculator. Kaya lang pag nag-calculate kayo, sobrang matatagalan po kayo. Kaya dun sa sheet work number, sa quiz number 3 nyo, isang problem lang. Dalawa lang. Dalawa. Isang person, isang spearman. Isang problem lang. Okay. May tanong kayo, class? So far, nasusundan yung formula natin. Okay. Kaya niya naman yung mga computer engineering na mga. Next po, equal X sub I minus X bar times Y sub I minus Y bar. So, ito yun. Dahil may resulta na tayo dyan, pwede na nating ma-determine yung value sa column E. So, C3 times D3. Then, enter. Tapos, drag mo na yan. Okay? Next, X sub I minus X bar square. X sub I minus X bar square equal, ito yung unang X natin, minus X bar. Kaya lang, meron na tayo Meron na tayong value ni X sub I minus X bar. So, ito na yan, si 0.83, raise na lang natin kay 2. Okay, raise to 2. Then, drag. Next, Y sub I minus Y bar. Ito po yun, si column D. So, type equal, then this cell, D3 square. then drag. Okay. Now, dito naman po sa next table natin sa bandang ibaba, kukunin mo na yung sum. Okay? Kasi may summation na tayo eh. Summation nung x sub I minus x bar and y sub I minus y bar, eh ito yun eh. Kukunin mo lang yung sum niyan. So, equal, and type SUM, open parenthesis, from E3 up to E14. Close parenthesis, then done. Negative 29.53. Next. Kunin naman natin yung sum nitong column na to. Pwede mo naman i-copy-paste na lang yan. Na, 43.46. Copy-paste na rin natin to. 47.14. So, check nyo. Align naman, no? Okay? Nako-cover naman nyo yung mga cells na dapat tamaan. Ganun din dito. Okay? Next po. So, we already have the summation of x sub I minus x bar square and then summation of y sub I minus y bar square. Eh dito, sa table na to, ita-times natin silang dalawa. So, times natin this cell times this cell. 2029.506. Now, based sa formula natin, that value must be what? We must perform square root for that value. So, square root natin tong 2029.506. So, to do that, type equal and then SQRT. SQRT. Open parenthesis, this cell, close parenthesis, 45.05. Okay, good. Now, to determine the Pearson R, ito pong numerator, which is ito, si negative 29, i-divide natin sa denominator na si 45. So, equal this cell divided by this cell. E17 over E21, you will receive negative 0.655. So, kunin nyo na lang yung 3 numbers after the decimal point. 3 numbers after the decimal point. So, negative 0.656. Diba? Kasi round up tayo eh. Negative 0.656. Now, kung titignan natin yung yung table, nandito tayo. Saan tayo dyan, class? Can you please type in the comment section ano yung interpretation niya? Ano? May tinype ba kayo? Strong negative correlation. Correct? Diyan. Strong negative correlation yung kanyang interpretation. So, may correlation naman sila. Negative lang. Sabihin, inverse. Meaning, pag mas malakas yung puwersa mo, normal stress mo, pag mas malakas yung puwersa mo, mas may chance na bumaba yung resistance ng bakal. Sabihin, magde-deform yun. Diba? Pag mas mataas yung force, bababa yung resistance. Magde-deform yun. Pero kung halimbawa pinitik mo lang yung bakal, no, masakit yun kahit pitikin pala. Pinitik mo yung bakal pero maliit lang yung acceleration ng object mo, yung finger mo eh. Pinitik mo lang, so maliit yung normal stress niya. So meaning yung resistance ng bakal natin or yung shear resistance mataas. Hindi siya ganun magde-deform. Kaya siya naka-negative. At strong yung relationship nila. Talagang may connection yung dalawang yun. Yung dalawang variable na yun. Pag pumalo ka, may chance na ma-deform. Okay. May tanong po kayo last on how to compute the Pearson R sa True Excel. Pa-type po yung PR kung gets po natin. Magbigay ako ng template na. Yung template kung send ko rin sa inyo para may guide kayo. Mapag-practicean niyo. Sige. Pero, that's the manual process. May mabilis para makukuha yung Pearson R. Na? May mabilis. Tingnan natin Diba ito? Kuha tayo dito sa random cells. Diba dito? Equal type Pearson. Open parenthesis. So, may have array 1, array 2. Array 1, ito yung column X. It's the array 1. A3, colon, A14. Doon naman tayo sa array 2. Yung array 2, yung Y column from B3 up to B14. Then, close parenthesis. That's it. Negative 6.55. Ano nakuha natin dito? Negative 6.55. 671. 8 yung katabi ni 1. So, round up yon magiging 712. So, parehas lang yung nakuha natin. Okay? Pwede nyo yung gawing pan-check, no? Verification. Yung function na equal Pearson. Tapos, pwede kayong pumunta sa check always po ba na hindi naman. Pwede naman 2 decimal places. Okay lang yun. Pero maganda 3 decimal. Kasi binabangga natin siya sa t-value. I mean sa critical value sa t-distribution table. Diba? So, I suggest 3 decimal. Pero di naman lagi. Punta kayo sa sa internet nyo, type nyo yung Jamobi. Si Jamobi, meron yan, depende sa sa desktop nyo, kung desktop or sa laptop nyo, kung Mac or Windows, nag-o-offer naman sila nun. Si Jamobi, isa siyang statistical platform para magamit nyo sa mga ganitong high-end statistical techniques. Walang bayad to. Yung SPSS may bayad siya, pero same lang sila ng procedure ng mga panels, ng mga features. Yun nga lang, may subscription pag SPSS. No? So, type nyo yung Jamobi, libre to, free access to. Okay. Hindi lang i-download yan. So, mayroon akong Jamobi dito. Ito yung Jamobi. Yan yung tsura niya. Okay? Now, dito, yung mga entries natin, it looks like your Microsoft Excel. And then sa right portion, yung panel. Dito i-display yung mga generated results sa kanan. And then sa upper part, we have several options. We have exploration, t-test, ANOVA, regression, frequencies, and factor. Okay? Sa ngayon, we will focus on regression kasi ito yung topic natin. Okay? But you can acquire this application. You can explore it on your own risk. Okay. So ngayon, punta ako dito sa Excel ko, copy ko yung data. Okay? Control C, then copy, Control V. Okay. Make sure na pag na-paste mo siya, go to column header, which is A. Okay? Double click. And then, lalabas to. Pag dinouble click mo yung column A na to, ito yung column header, lalabas yan, pwede mong i-customize. So, let's say, ito ay, ano ba yung mga variables natin na involved? Normal, stress. Then, measure type should be continuous. Ha? Continuous. Dapat merong icon na ruler. Okay, continuous. So, okay naman siya. Then, hide. No? Click nyo lang tong arrow pataas. Okay? Next, go to second column. Click natin. Customize mo. Lagay mo shear pressure. Then, make sure continuous yan. Okay, nandun naman siya. Then, hide. And then, C, wala naman tayong C. Pwede mo naman niyang i-delete. Wala naman niyang connection. Okay, nandito na po yung mga entries natin. All you have to do is to click regression. Click regression. Bulol ako sa R, pasensya na. And then, drop down menu, correlation. Correlation. Okay? Click. Okay, may mga option na ganyan. Ang gagawin mo is, ito pong first box, yung mga laman ng first box, ilalagay mo lang sa second box. Okay? Para mailagay siya, click arrow sign to the right. Okay, transferred na siya ngayon. Meaning, yun lang yung mga kino-consider nating variable. Now, under correlation coefficients, we have three options: Pearson, Spearman, Kendall-Stau. So, ang pinag-aaralan natin ngayon ay Pearson. So, click nyo or check nyo yung Pearson. Then, meron ka ng result dito, class. Look at the Pearson's R value. The value is negative 0.656. Negative 0.656. Are we obtained an identical result? The same result, sorry. We have the same result, class. Yes. So you can use also that platform, no? That will be your alternative way to compute for the Pearson R. At hindi lang pang Pearson R yan. Pwede mo rin gamitin yung Jamovi pang Spearman, no? Pang t-test, pang chi-square, pang determine kung significant relationship ba or not significant relationship, and so on. Libre, walang bayad, no? Kaya download nyo, no? Pag meron pa kayong mga baanting memory. Okay? Ayan, same naman. Wala naman tayong problema doon. Ang problema is yung magta-time na tayo, no? Go to our link number 2, doon tayo mag-continue ng lesson natin. Okay? Break muna tayo ng 5 minutes, then go to link number 2. Thank you, thank you. Magandang umaga at ako po yung nagbabalik. Dinig po ako dito.
Dinig po, sir.
Lunch na, no? You can eat your lunch during the meeting. Okay. So, we had Pearson R, how to compute. You can use Microsoft Excel, your calculator, diba? Through manual method using the appropriate formula. You can also use the function Pearson. You can also use Jamovi. Para meron kayong convenient process or pang-check ninyo, no? Pang-verify. Teka lang, ha? Wait lang. Admit natin sila. Nakaway. Eh? Ba't ganun? Toxic set. Dahil lang alas, ha? May replyan lang ako ng magulang. Sige, let us continue. Saan na tayo? Pinakita natin kanina kung paano kumuha ng Pearson R using various methods. Do you have any questions muna so far? So, yun yung relationship nila. Yun yung strength of relationship nila. So, meron tayong negative 0.656 ba? Something like that, no? Doon mo nakukuha yung relasyon nila, di ba? They are inversely proportional to each other. Pag tumaas yung isa, bababa yung isa, and then vice versa. Gano'ng kalakas? No? Moderate. Is that moderate? Yun. Moderate yung kanilang relationship. Verify natin. Negative 6. Strong. Sorry. Strong. Malakas. Di ba? Malakas yung kanilang relasyon. So, doon mo na-determine yung kanilang strength. Ito yung measurement or tool natin para malaman natin yung kanilang connectedness to each other. Okay? Now, let's have additional questions. Additional question. Is there a significant relationship between the normal stress and shear resistance? Pag gagawa ng quantitative research, laging may ganito. May ganitong tanong sa statement of the problem. Okay, kasi nga, you are inferencing. Inferential to, hindi lang descriptive. Okay. Pag sinabing, is there a significant, yung word na significant sa statistics meaning, applicable ba yan sa population mo? Baka kasi nagkataon lang sa sample. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng significant. Pag yes ang sagot, meaning, kung ano man yung resulta makuha natin dito, pwede mo yan ipangalandakan sa buong population. Pag nag-no, meaning, wala. Nagkataon lang yon sa sample mo. Okay? Pwedeng totoo sa sample, pero in general, hindi siya pwedeng ibigay. So, relationship yung tinatanong. So, meaning, we are using person. Okay? Pag correlation, we are dealing with relationship. Pag mga t-test, ano ba? Difference. Halimbawa, is there a significant difference? T-test naman yun. Tapos ano ba? So, dito tayo relationship. Paano malalaman yon? Paano yung malalaman? Mag-hypothesis testing ka, guys. Hypothesis testing. So, paano siya? Use the formula t-value. This is the t-value formula. Okay? T-test. T-statistic. The value is, or the formula should be R times square root of n minus 2 divided by square root of 1 minus R square. Okay, dati, ang formula natin dyan is x bar minus mu over s divided by square root of n. Iba ngayon, ha? Iba ngayon. Tapos yung degrees of freedom mo, dati, n-1. Ngayon, n-2. Okay? So, parang yung t-value mo, isinasabi mong siya yung r times square root of df divided by square root of 1 minus r square. May r na tayo. Ano yung R? Negative 0.656. R. Can you please compute this one? Para ano tayo? Masundan nyo. Negative 0.656. Square root of n minus 2. How many respondents? 12. So 12 minus 2, that is 10. Divided by 1 minus negative 0.656 square. Oops! Kabilang yan sa radical sign natin, ha? Can you please compute the R value? And of course, the degrees of freedom is 12 minus 2, which is 10. Ano yung R natin? Sorry. T. T to T. Mali ako, mali. This is T. What's the T? 2.75. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Approximately negative 2.75. Talaga? That's our T. Okay, next. Ano ang H sub 0 natin? Can you please determine the H sub 0? Ang H sub 0 dyan is there is no significant relationship. Okay? Yun dapat yung nag-e-exist. Yun dapat lagi mong i-assume. Kasi ikaw as a researcher, gusto mo na may relationship yung dalawa. Okay? So dapat yun yung magsaserve as your alternative. So mafo-force na yung null mo, there is no relationship. Okay? Pero depende kung ano yung magiging gusto mong objective or aim mo. Okay? Pero most of the time, ang isang researcher, gusto niya malaman kung may relasyon ba yung dalawa. So, yun yung nagsaserve as alternative. Null mo, there is no. Okay? So, dapat ang goal, ma-reject yun. Kung ma-reject, dapat ang goal, ma-reject yung H sub 0. Kasi kung hindi siya ma-reject, edi parang hindi ka na nag-research. Parang nawalan ng saysay yung gawa mo. Kasi inaccept mo yung existing yung accepted fact. So, paano naman yung pinagtrabahuhan mo? Dapat yun yung i-accept. Diba? Si alternative. So, ito, there is no. Rel. So, pag there is no rel, automatic class. No? Ang symbol is mu not equal to C, where C is any constant. Or, pwede mo sabihin, you have an average dun sa normal stress. You also have an average dun sa shear resistance. So, pwede mo ring i-relate to as, palitan ko to yung average ko sa normal stress represents mu sub 1. Tapos yung average ko sa shear resistance is mu sub 2. So, dapat ganito naman yung symbol niya. Okay? There's no relationship. Kung gusto mo ng one-tailed, papalitan mo yung statement. Dapat, there is no positive relationship. Pag ganon, one-tail siya. Okay? Naka-greater than. Pag gusto mo naman yung null hypothesis mo, there is no negative relationship, naka-less than naman yun. Kung gusto mo i-implement si one-tailed. Pero pag there is no relationship, dalawa ang focus niyan. Kanan, kaliwa. Kaya not equal to. H sub 1, there is. There is rel. Okay? And the symbol should be mu1 equal mu2. Okay? Now, two-tailed to class. So, draw tayo ng normal curve. Ito yung mean. Okay? Now, let's look for critical value. Where's the critical value? So, let's say we are dealing with 0.05. This is the default. Okay? Wala namang sinabing error. So, default yan. 0.05. Two tails. Okay? Two tails, Hindi tayo doon sa taas. One tail yon. Two tails, 0.05. And then degrees of freedom is 12 minus 2, which is 10. So, dito tayo focus. Okay. So, the critical value is 2.228. Tingnan niyo yung values ng T-table natin. 3 numbers after decimal point. Tinatanong kasi kanina ni De La Cruz, Sir, lagi po bang 3 decimal places after decimal point? Hindi naman. No? Pero, yun yung sinasuggest ko kasi ipagbabangga natin yung T-value sa critical value. Dapat maging 3 numbers after decimal point din yun. Katulad nito. Okay? So, 2.228. Ito yun. 1, 2, 3. Dito siya. 1, 2, 3. Dito siya. Okay? So, hindi lang symmetric yung pagkakagawa ko, pero in real life, symmetric yan. Ito yung magiging critical region natin. Okay? This is your 2.228. This is your negative 2.228. And what's the t-value? The t-value is negative 2.75. Pasok ba sa mga class? Can you check? Yes or no? Palagay po sa comment section. Pumasok po ba sa critical region? Yes, sabi ni Francine. Sabi ni Jesus, no. Bakit no? O, check nyo mabuti ha. Negative 2.75 is less than compared to negative 2.22. So meaning, dapat, nandito siya sa blue region. Ito siya, si Violet. Ito yung T mo. T value. Pumasok siya sa critical region, so your decision is to reject the null hypothesis. The decision, okay, deck or decision is reject HO. Ano ba HO natin? There is no relationship. I-reject mo yun. So, ang pipiliin ko dito, ito, si H sa buwan. There is a relationship. Okay, meaning significant siya. Okay, significant to. Yun yung remark. Sabihin, pwede mo yan, kung ano man yung resulta, pwede mo siyang i-conclude in general, sa pangkalahatan, sa population. Then kung babalikan mo yung Jamobi natin, where's the Jamobi? No, look at the result. No, we have DF here. DF is 10 because the observation, the total observation was 12 minus 2, so 10. Now look at the p-value. P-value, if the p-value, no, if you will try to rely under the Jamobi or SPSS, pag ang p-value is less than 0.05, if that's less than 0.05, meaning you have to reject the null hypothesis. Pag greater than, you have to fail to reject. Okay? So, ulitin ko. Pag 0.05 or less, no? Less than or equal to 0.05, reject the null hypothesis. Otherwise, fail to reject. Ang value natin sa Jamobi, 0.021. Is that less than to 0.05? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. It is significant. Ano sabi ko pag significant? Francine, ano ibig sabihin ng significant ulit?
May relationship po.
Okay, may relationship. Bukod po doon.
Applicable po siya sa general aspect.
Thank you. Applicable siya sa lahat. Hindi siya nagkataon lang sa sample mo. Sabihin, totoo yan in reality. Yun yung word na significant. Okay? 0.05 dapat less than. So, kung ako, itatype ko siya sa Jamobi, yung data ko, tapos na-receive ko yung ganitong result, tingin na lang ako dito, Pearson R ko, negative 6.56. Diba? Strong yan. Inversely. Tapos p-value, less than 0.05. Significant to. May relasyon yung dalawa, ibig sabihin. Tapos, bakit less than 0.05? Ba't kung ni-less than 0.05? Kasi, yun yung sinet kong margin of error. Kung ang sinet mong margin of error ay 0.01, dapat ang condition less than 0.01. Okay? Kung ang sinet ko margin of error is 0.10, dapat ang restriction, p-value must be less than 0.10. Okay? So that's it. That's it. May question po? Ayun, edi may resulta ka na sa research mo. Pwede mo nang i-defend. Let's have another example. Spearman's law tayo. Okay? Spearman's law. Pag Spearman's law naman, your data should be ordinal and continuous. Both. May ordinal, may continuous. Tapos, pag ordinal, categorical siya na kung saan may ranking. May mga may mas mataas, may mas mababa. For example, rango mo sa trabaho. Halimbawa, pagka-pulis, no? Patrolman muna, tapos susunod, halimbawa, SPO2, SPO1, diba? SPO2, SPO3, tapos colonel, diba? Lieutenant, so may mga position, may ranking. Rank mo sa ML, diba? Kung nag-ML ka, or mga rank mo sa iba pang laro, no? Or rango when it comes to racing, diba? Diba? Number 1 tong car na to, number 2 tong car na to, or sa kabayo, kahit ano, basta may ranking. Ordinal yun, kaya nga ordinal, may order, no? Tapos dapat meron ding continuous. Katulad niyan. So, meron tayong mga categories dyan, okay, based on their tar content and nicotine content. So, anyway, we have data from Federal Trade Commission showing that the milligrams of tar and nicotine found in 10 brands of cigarettes. Calculate the rank correlation coefficient to measure the degree of relationship between tar and nicotine content in cigarettes. So, sa cigarette brand natin, ang may pinakamaraming tar content ay itong brand na Players. Hindi ko alam yan kung ano yung Players na yan. Susunod, ang may pinakamaraming tar content, ano, in 28, Chesterfield. Ito, alam ko ito, Chester. Bibili yan sa tindahan. Pang local yan eh. Marlboro, Philip Morris, parang wala nang Philip Morris ngayon eh, no? Yun. Viceroy. Ano yung Viceroy? Anyway, wala tayong pakialam din sa brand, no? Yung titignan natin dito yung quantitative side kung pang ilan sila sa tar content. Ganun din sa nicotine content. Let us check if may relationship ba tong dalawang to, si tar content and nicotine content based dun sa listed brand of cigarettes natin. So, una mong gagawin dito, class, no? Hindi ko kayo tinuturo mag-cigarette, ha? Tinuturo kayo paano mag-Spearman's law. Nakuha ko lang tong data na to. Dito, meron tayong rankings. Doon ba tayo sa tar content? Pumunta tayo sa may Spearman's law tab. Okay, ito yon. Check natin, ha? We have the column X dun sa tar content and then Y for nicotine content. Rank TC meaning tar content. Rank ng tar content. Rank NC, rank ng nicotine content. D is the difference. D square is the square of the difference. So how? How to execute Spearman's law? First, look at the column X. Okay. And then determine the highest rank. That is your players, 31. So, ito, le-label mo to as 1. Okay, good. Rank number 1 siya. Next, sino yung sumunod? 28. Siya si rank 2. Susunod, 25. 25, rank 3. Okay, good, good. Rank 4, 24. Rank 5. Who is the rank 5? 18. May 18 ba ito? Rank 5. Sa 18, 17. Oops! Dalawa ang 17. Tied rank. Pag may tied rank ka, ang gagawin mo, di ba, 5 tayo natapos. Gagawin mo tong 6. Gagawin ko tong 7. Okay? Tapos, kunin ko yung average ng 6 and 7. 6 and 7. Sorry. Ito. 6 plus 7, 13. Divided by 2. 6.5. Yun na lang. Ganun na lang, no? Ay, ito pa. So, kunin mo yung average nun, 6, tapos 7, 13 yun, divided by 2, 6.5. So, yung 6.5 yung gagawin mo rank dito. Tsaka dito. Okay? Yun. Next. Hinto tayo kanina sa 7. Susunod na dyan is 8. Who is 8? 16. Next, yung pinakamababa, pangalawa, 14. That will be your 9. And this is your 10. Do we have 10 samples? Yes, the count is 10. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now, can you please rank the nicotine content under Y column? Kayo naman. Pag may tied ranks, ganun ang gagawin nyo, ha? Get the average. Halimbawa, 3 yung 17. 6, 7, 8 yun. 6, 7, 8. Tapos divide mo sa 3. 6 plus 7 plus 8 divided by 3. Yun yung result. Yun yung magsaserve as your rank. Okay. Tatawag ako, pakuha po yung rank nung Y natin. Nebrau. Serge Louis.
Sir.
Gandang umaga.
Good morning.
Ayos ka lang?
Awa.
Tayo dyan Nagka-shop tayo dyan, boss
Wala, sir. Kumawawan po.
Sige. Please rank the column Y. Sino muna una natin dito?
Wait lang, sir. 2.5, 6. Chesterfield po. 1. Ay! Players pala, sir.
Players. Okay, 1. Next.
Tapos, Chesterfield. 1.
Okay.
1.6. Old Gold. Number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Tapos, Philip Morris po number 4. Tapos, Cool po, 1.3.
Ito. 5.
1.3. Tapos, Oasis po, sir. 1.2.
6.
Tapos, Kent po. Ay, Marlboro po. 1.
Okay.
Tapos, Kent, then Viceroy, tapos Rayleigh.
Ulit. Na Marlboro, tapos next doon.
Marlboro, 1.1. Tapos Viceroy po yung sa taas, sir.
0.9 yan
Ay, ito pong Kent pala. Nasobrahan. Tapos, itong Viceroy, tapos last po yung Rayleigh.
Okay, galing mag-yosi ni Nebrau. Mag-rank ni Nebrau. Okay, thank you. Okay, na-rank na natin yung X and then si Y. Wala naman tied ranks dun sa column Y, no? Okay, wala kang i-average pag gano'n. Next, get the difference. So, D is difference, ha? So, equal rank TC minus rank NC. 0. Okay? And you can do that on other cells. So, drag na lang natin. That will be the result. This square is 0 raised to 2. No? Negative 0.5 raised to 2. So, ganun lang siya, no? And so on and so forth. So, drag na lang din natin, no? Okay? Now, get the sum of this square. Get the sum. This square, okay, equal sum from G3 up to G12. Then, close parenthesis, 5.5. Okay. Now, look at the entire formula for Spearman's law. We have 6 times summation of D square sa numerator. So, dapat may ganun din akong term. 6 times summation of D square. So, equal 6 times is asterisk. Then, summation of D square is 5.5. So, that's your G15. Then, hit enter. 33 is the result. Next, N. N, how many brands do we have? Ilan yan? 10. 10. So, equal 10, open parenthesis, 10 raised to 2, minus 1. Okay? And this will be your answer. What happened? Wala yung asterisk, sorry. So, 10 times 10 asterisk, 10 times yun, ibig sabihin. Wala kasi kanina, hindi ko na-enter, kaya nag-error. So, that's it, 990. Now, perform the formula. We have 1 minus open parenthesis 33. That is the 6 times summation of D square, no? 33 divided by 990. Then close parenthesis. That's it. 0.966 and so on. Kitang-kita sa CCTV, no? Ang taas ng relationship nila. 0.96. So this is strong positive. Strong positive to. Correlation. Well, pwede mo tong gawa tayo ng bago, new. Okay. Pwede natin i-jamobi yan. Copy lang natin to, then paste natin dito. Okay? Now, after mo siyang ma-paste, verify nyo muna yung column, A, tar, tas dapat to continuous. Okay? Hindi mo siya ilalagay as ordinal kasi yung ordinal dito yung brand name Ito, numbers to, so it should be continuous, Next. Ito, nicotine. Continuous din yan. Okay? Then, go to regression. Yeah, regression, correlation, and then click Spearman and tick Pearson. Next, tarin nicotine, ilagay mo dun sa second box. Hit the arrowhead to the right. Ayun. Kitang-kita, no? The Spearman's law is 0.967 with a degrees of freedom 8. 10 objects, 10 brands, minus 2 because n minus 2 is the DF. So, 8. Tugma, 0.967. Ano yung nakuha natin sa Excel? 0.967. Good. So ngayon, alam na natin ano yung paano yung manual process tsaka yung convenient process. Para alam nyo rin kung, halimbawa, nagja-movie kayo. Alam nyo rin kung saan nag-origin, no? Saan nagmula, kung paano nakakompute nyo. Alam nyo yung manual na proseso. Please. Okay? Tapos dito, yung p-value naka less than 0.01. So, ibig sabihin, significant to. Significant yan. And then, kayo na bala mag-check. May question kayo? Sir, sa round-up po ba laging 3 decimal places? Si Lilo, dinaikit ito eh, no? Sinabi ko na to kanina eh. Yan ang epekto. So, guys mag-research kayo. May relasyon ba yung pag nawala yung ID mo sa tawag dito, yung pagkalimot? May relationship ba yon? I-correlate nyo. Pag nawala yung ID, may relasyon ba yon na makalimot ka ng mga sinabi kanina ng teacher mo? Gawan nyo na research yun, class. Oo. Tignan nyo, gagraduate agad kayo. Debiro lang yun hindi naman lagi. Encourage. Pero hindi required yun. I encourage na 3 kasi nga pinababangga natin sa T-table pag kukunin mo na yung critical value. Kasi sa critical value, 3 decimals din. Para match. Oo, may pang thesis na ayo. Okay. So ngayon, hindi ko na kayo spoon feed class. Kayo na verify kung reject null hypothesis ba talaga siya or significant. Kasi dito sa Jamovi, significant siya. Less than 0.001. 0.005 tayo. Diba? Ayun. Less than. Tama. Okay? So, paano mo to gagawa ng Is there a significant relationship between tar and nicotine content? Gawin mo ng null hypothesis yan. So, H0 mo, there is no relationship. Okay? That's mu1 not equal to mu2. H1, there is. So, mu1 equals mu2. Yung mu1, yung average ng tar content. Yung mu2, yung average ng nicotine content in population, Okay. Tapos, ang mangyayari niyan, kunin mo yung t-value. Yung t-value, same lang dun sa kanina. Kaya lang dito, we use the symbol rho. Rho, square root of df, or n minus 2 divided by square root of 1 minus rho square. Kunin mo yan, pagbanggain mo. Diba? Kunin mo yung critical value sa t-table. Where's the t-table? CV. Should be 0.05 yung alpha. 0.05. With the degrees of freedom, 10. And you check it. Okay? So ngayon, ang gagawin nyo, bigyan kayo ng assignment. Sige na. Through Excel. Can I keep this one? So your assignment is this one. Okay. Screenshot. Study was made by a retail merchant to determine the relation between weekly advertising expenditures and sales. Pag mas marami ka bang pag-advertise, mas tataas yung sales mo. Halimbawa, mas marami kang idinaan sa commercial, sa mga poster, dinaan mo sa radyo, commercial sa TV, dinaan mo sa yung halimbawa, kumuha ka ng mga manpower, no? Ano ka sa mga sasakyan, parang sa pag-election, ganon. Pinopost mo sa social media, yung mga ganong advertisement. Pag mas marami bang ganon, mas lalaki yung sales mo. Yun. So, determine the person R, determine the strength of relationship, and then interpret. Okay? Use 2 process. First process, through Excel, yung ginagawa nating manual computation. I will give you the template through Excel. Next, Jamobi. Okay? Magja-Jamobi kayo. Check nyo kung aligned ba yung gawa ninyo sa Excel dun sa result ng Jamobi. And then, i-determine nyo kung may significant relationship yung advertising, expenditure, and then sales. Computerized daw. Pasa nyo Google Classroom. Excuse me. Okay. Isa pa. This one. Consumer panel tests 9 brands of microwave ovens for overall quality. The ranks assigned by the panel and the suggested retail prices are as follows. Okay. So, yung manufacturer A, ni-rank ng isang panel as 6 or ni-rate siya. Si manufacturer B, ni-rate siya ng isang panel as 9. And then yung corresponded suggested price is 480, 395. So, pera yan. Continuous yan. Pwede mag-decimal ang pera. Centavo. So, may relationship ba? Test the raw, the Spearman's raw, interpret the strength of relationship using 2 process, through Excel, and then through Jamobi. Ganun din. And then determine if there is a significant relationship between panel rating and suggested price. Okay? Okay. I will give you the further instructions, no, sa Google Classroom. So sa ngayon, screenshot nyo muna. I will also give you the template na ginagamit ko kanina para enter na lang kayo, diba? Insert na lang. Next meeting, we will discuss t-test and ANOVA naman, no? Kung ngayon, determining the relationship. Next week, determining the difference. May pagkakaiba ba? Ganun na lang siya. May tanong pa kayo? Sir, pag round of... okay. Yung pala yan. Sige na. Umayo na kayo. Magugutom na tayong lahat. Bye-bye. Next week na lang.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you, sir.